Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I've got the same crew. We've got Ballin, Grippa, and Zan. We're going
I
for round
grace
two.
you with my presence once again.
Howdy.
Zan, quiet as ever.
Yep. Hello.
All right, so we've got a message from Mictlan, and I had an idea what this message is about. I think it's about this little flag-on-flag action we see down here in Pazooks. Ohm wanted 141 and messaged me in Discord. Turns out I took it this turn. Then took an event for minus 2,000 population. Oh dear. Actually, I'm hemmed into my south and west. Ohm looks very, very tasty.
Called it.
The Jags of War.
Although he's a turn, like all of his Jags couldn't attack at the same turn then.
Right, because his Jags were like, he only had one set of Jags on the border, but two provinces, like one province away from the border, he had like another 30. But he wasn't going to wait.
So I think I found out where his where Mictlan's crossbows are coming. I believe it's the province north of his cap.
Okay.
So he's never going to be able to fort that.
Oh man,
Ouch.
those Jags got deleted. Oh, but then one heavy cav down. But these Rangers are fucking these dudes up. I think there was a mistake made.
Yeah, he should have gotten
I
all of
think
his guys
I'm
together.
pretty sure he wins this one. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I've taken Blood Bond as a bless, but wouldn't you want to just make one big death ball of units if you did?
So when you take Blood Bond, you want something with a large amount of HP and possibly regen. For example, you get Anakites with Blood Bond, not optimal, but you have to deal, I think, something like 14 damage before it gets halved by Blood Bond for it to do any real damage to them.
Yeah. I mean, this is ridiculous. Ohm only lost two things.
Yeah. Like, he really needed to get those Jaguar. Like, the Warriors aren't going to do anything.
I think if we look at this, I think what Zan said made a lot of sense. Like, I think you want these guys together because you're going to get, like, the Chillara stacking if they're packed close. And you want to, like, distribute all the hits out so these guys don't get picked off one at a time.
Yeah, if you watch, like, that bottom group gets annihilated one at a time.
Right.
As the Knights come in.
The downside of doing that, though, is you're potentially running into crossbows, right? And crossbows love it when you group up. So there's some... Well, it's not simple, but I think you probably still want to do it.
Can actually see a ranger, because I think Ulm spamming rangers is actually something Mictlan would want. Okay, their stats? Yeah. Out those slingers at that.
You what? Oh, slingers?
Separate, if he's going to have slingers, or if I see Ulm doing the thing where they send like hundreds of rangers at you,
yeah,
I'd actually recruit slingers and have them on fire archers.
Yeah.
And then make sure you separate your crossbowmen and keep those on either fire cavalry or fire closes or whatever else you do. You don't want your crossbow shooting at these guys.
Yeah, because that's 2 slings to the head and that thing's dead.
Well, these guys have 12 hit points. These are Ulmish humans, right? So they're pretty tough. And they've got 7 protect... Do they have a hat?
No.
No hat, but they have a 9 armor on the chest.
And slingers tend to have shields too.
Oh yeah, they have shields. The sling is going to do...
It'll hit for 12 toward the head, so it's just a dice roll at that point.
Okay. But
and they don't have awful precision.
And it can still do damage if it hits the body. Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, this might be one of the few use cases where slingers are good. So that's cool you pointed that out, Zan.
Yeah, pretty much they'll either shoot at rangers, or if there are no rangers, they'll eat lances for your jaguars. Either way, I'd probably take a few.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what this means strategically.
Strategically, this means Ulm's going to now eat Mictlan, because that's Mictlan's only stack of units right there.
Well, no, he's got 60, like, a lot of Jaguars in that stack. That's what I was saying. He needed to get all of them together before attacking.
Right.
I would move the Almish army one province north because that's where Mictlan's going to hit.
Yeah, I mean, Ulm can
that
take all
defense.
3 of these and come here. I mean,
Yeah,
Ulm
I
is
think
actually
that's
the ones in a desperate position because they don't have hardly any expansion.
Yeah, this is a dead Mictlan, I believe, in a couple turns. If he moves onto that forest.
Yeah, if he moves and Ulm defeats him. But if he doesn't, I mean, Ulm is in trouble. Like, Ulm is desperate right now. They're very small. Like, if we look at income, they're probably at the very bottom. Oh, no,
I
they're
don't think
still
they're the
kind of
bottom.
middle. That's not, I
Yeah.
mean, that's the bottom of the middle, but it's not bottom.
Well, keep in mind, half the nations are running either sloth or it's the opposite of not production, order, turmoil. They're
yeah.
either running sloth or turmoil or both.
Yeah, okay. And I mean, he's got Lemuria as a neighbor to the north, which is going to mean he needs to make Ghoul Guardians, but he probably doesn't want to make Ghoul Guardians against most of these other cats. We'll see. He's got another fort up here, so that's good. Pings this. See how many horse tribe are here. Okay, we'll keep an eye on this, but I think you're right. What happens in this forest is going to be really important. I don't think Mictlan's going to attack, because I think, and like, I mean, I don't know, but this is just me looking at it. This is like a super predictable move, and Ulm can reinforce to this province from the capital and from here. So I would never attack into this. But it's hard to say what's going to happen.
On a more positive note, you can see that the Ryujin are just a few turns out because Jomon has its first underwater lab.
Oh, cool. But you need a fort there too, right?
Already under construction.
Yeah, okay. But they're slow to recruit as well, aren't they? So it's, you gotta get the fort, then start. But
Yeah, but you're going to fort and temple every single water province you can.
Yeah.
Because they are just so good.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll keep going in this column though before we go over. We'll move our way left after this to go look at Jomon, but we've got Lemuria expanding here, taking very few losses. Expanding here, taking very few losses. He's got the Scasius back, the cursed consul. This fort has finally popped up here. Do they have another fort in construction? It does not appear so. So that's interesting.
Free fort for Caleb.
Yeah. Go ahead and take it while there's no enemy candles here. I mean, he honestly could just take it. I don't think Lemuria would be able to say anything about it this turn. Like, he just moves all his things onto this palisade, would one turn pop it, and then take it. Thanks for the fort.
Yep. He can reach it from his capital, 100%.
Cool, and thanks for all the fort.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible too. I think if you're next to Lemuria, it sucks. The only good thing about being next to Lemuria is if you can get all of your neighbors to like leave you alone so you can kill Lemuria. And that's...
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've never played Lemuria or more any of, or I guess I did do Theranos, but it's an exception. As Lemuria or Ermor, do you want to temple lab all your forts immediately, or do you just want to make more forts right at the beginning? I see temples and labs, and then there's a thaumaturge in that palisade.
Well, so it depends. With Ermor, you making temples gives you more sacred free spawn. So with Ermor, a lot of times you'll want to put a lab there. I mean, a temple there. With Lemuria, I don't believe the temples change your spawn rate, but for both nations, you get a death gem from temples. So that's a consideration. Lemuria having labs is going to let you get free spawn researchers, but they come at a reasonably slow rate. I would say how I approach it is my first objective is getting level 2 forts in my cap circle without any infrastructure aside from that. So all money is going into that. After I have those, whether I put more forts up, whether I do labs and temples, that will all depend on, I think, the game state and what I'm thinking. But Yeah, getting those first forts up. The nice thing about having a ton of forts all clustered together is you can use those forts in the ghosts that spawn to reinforce and like knock armies off any one of them. Because basically anything in any of those forts will be able to knock, like hit any fort that gets put under siege. So
See, the only way I would disagree with Lucid is, let's say you have a lizard shaman province, then you're going to prioritize the lab and temple on that so that you can still get shamans while you can afford them.
yeah, that's a good point.
But that's about it, because other than that, if you can't kill it with death gems, you were never going to meant to kill it anyway.
But I mean, the only thing I think to that is if you're expecting to get attacked by multiple neighbors, which I think is what every Lemuria player should prepare for, like it's kind of like this. Like if you fort something away from your cap, close to somebody else's cap, especially like Kalem, they can just fly over and take it, right? So like, you know, you fort in Lab and Temple, the Lizard Province, so somebody else just takes it. So that was why I was saying with the cap circle. Like I just focus, because the cap circle is like stuff you can defend. At least defend more easily, but
Also, I believe in 2 more turns we can start spawning a Timu, which is always fun as the most
yeah.
fair and balanced unit in the game.
yeah. Very true. So this is kind of cool. We get to see the Child of Anthrax here. Have a cool multi-hero for Abysia. And I don't know what kind of indies. Did he hit this before and they... Oh my god. Oh, that's a Banefire shield. God, that's kind of badass.
Yep, they're sacred, ethereal, have a Banefire shield, and they actually have plate armor despite being a ghost.
Oh man.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good unit. Damn. So
And
he
the
takes...
sad part on EA and MA, those guys literally just spend their entire time summoning sacred units for chaff, because all you do is make sacreds in Blood Hunt.
Well, those are only sacred in late age. In the early and middle age, they're just regular.
Yeah. But they can still summon the spectral infantry.
Yes, yeah, and you want if you take death skills, you want one in your capital anyways, so you can get your Wraith Lord if you have death skills on luck.
Okay, so they take a few losses here taking this province, but a double expand for Abysia. I mean, honestly, if Abysia... So they've got decent borders over here. If they can get this farmland, they're going to be in real good shape. And they would love, love, love to have this Lizard Province. Either one of these. But I don't think they're a great matchup against Lemuria right now. So...
I don't think they're a great matchup against a single one of their neighbors. All shoots them to death with crossbows. Jomon is just, my god, that's the best Jomon I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then Satis, Satis finally stopped doing his Grippa Cap Simulator 2022 edition and moved out. But that's still not a fun nation to run into. That's a lot of Banefire.
I mean, if you have, like, fire elementals do very well against Satis. You know, it's going to crush Skelly Spam. I think fire elementals are poison immune, so, like, slingers shouldn't matter much. I don't know.
Yeah, but most of Satis's mages can default cast Banefire. Or, like, Banefire darts, which destroy almost everything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not very familiar. I mean, honestly, these are some nations I'm not very familiar with. Late Age, Satis, and Abysia. Like, I know all the units in them, but I don't know. I haven't really seen them played too much in multiplayer.
Yeah, Late Age Abysia is the only Abysia that has non-cap only blood mages.
Right.
It's really sad on the other two.
Yeah.
And Late Age Satis trades all their nature magic, well, not all except like one mage for fire and death.
Yeah. Okay.
Frankly, I'm not sure why everybody doesn't pick Lady Satis.
Well, it was number 3 pick in this draft, so it's clearly a high priority here. We already saw that. Okay, so we've seen this whole column now. Abysia double expand, Lemuria double expand, and then Ulm blocked an attack from Mictlan very deftly. So pretty good turn for everybody in this column. Coming over, looking at Mictlan now, he lost a party here, but he's formed a group here, so we'll have to see if they attack. Nothing really new that we haven't talked about yet. For Agartha, he's got a fort up here, which is a very juicy province with a bunch of cave drakes guarding it. And we still don't see him going for this farmland, which is a little concerning. But, and he has Lemuria coming in over this way, and Lemuria is not a great matchup for him early. Maybe once he gets flaming arrows, if he has a ton of crossbows, he could do pretty well. But
Yeah, but all of Agartha's mages are like D1 mages, so just pick up, I think it's Thulm 1 and just dust to dust.
yeah, maybe. I mean, that's kind of nice, but then you'd have to like move your whole mage core, and I don't know. I just can see a lot of ways that goes sideways. Really, what you want is magic weapons, right? Because then you're not having to use mages to kill like a single ghost. Jomon, anything happen this turn? Did Jomon literally do nothing?
He appears to be gearing up to kill that sea troll province.
Yeah. Some very fierce merman and a Triton guard. And this is a valuable province, 100 gold.
Oh shit, it's a Sea King province, that's why.
Yeah. There's going to be like water elementals if he probably casts like water ward or something on the trolls, and yeah.
Good luck.
Very much.
Oh, we have the fire rift in our province? Damn.
Sweet. Can't get that shit in a real game, but here we are.
Okay, I think we've done everybody in this column. There's not too much to talk about. Patala, the monkeys. They moved north here. Oh god, the Great Sage. Oh, he didn't side search last turn. He like truly is like, we're expanding, motherfuckers.
I'm telling you, that's the play. What's wrong with this? Eagle Eye Flame Bolt, yo.
I was sure he was gonna side search last turn.
He still has the Atavi on fire, like, in keep distance.
Yeah. Just looking for the first opportunity to abandon their god.
Yes.
I mean, okay, how many kills does this guy have? 5 kills? Okay.
4 HP, almost died.
4 HP. Did he get hit?
No, but he's got Undying 6. He
He got yeeted in the chest with the crossbow for 10 points of damage.
And
Yikes.
didn't take an affliction? Oh my god.
Wow.
Can I get this?
Yeah,
Can I
he
get that
only
Great
didn't.
Sage?
Did he live just because he's enlarged?
Oh,
Yes.
probably, actually,
Yes,
yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
He lived because he's enlarged, and that's it.
So didn't side search. Hopefully, maybe he side searches this turn. Did he need him as a leader? Okay, he must have needed him as a leader. He must have had a leader run last turn or something. That's why he's not side searching.
Recruit indie commanders.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, we push forward.
But like if you had like your commanders run in the last combat, which I wasn't watching, it might have happened, you would probably choose to attack rather than to site search and then marry up later.
Was it Jomon who pinged that throne north of that province?
Oh no, it's Patala.
Patala.
Ooh, this is a pretty scary one. We got conjurers, circle masters,
yeah.
sorcerers.
All depends on their gems.
I mean, Skelly spam. This one, I don't know what they would do. Maybe summon imps.
I think that one, I believe that one,
Yeah.
because I've run into S1 mages with gems before.
I guess you
How
have.
Illwinter scripting goes is it fucking power of the spheres and then soul slays.
You think?
That's what
I am-
happened to Mullet.
I am very intimate with that combination of gems with paths. I believe that is what happens.
Okay. So
I
there's
may
a
or may-
lot of monkeys on this northern border. Do y'all think he's going to attack Bogurus?
What else are those What else are those monkeys in that province
Cavemen.
left to do?
He's gonna hit that caveman problem.
Yeah, I mean, they'll fuck up the cavemen, because cavemen don't have protection, and like a precision penalty in the cave doesn't matter.
Came to the wrong neighborhood, caveman.
But, I mean, he might honestly starve in there, too, if he brings everybody. These big monkeys eat a shit ton.
I don't know. Is that a nature site that boosts supply
what's
or
the
actually
site?
gives gems?
Gems.
Oh my god, it gives 2 gems.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good province to take, especially
Late
in late
age, that's
age.
basically a capital.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah.
what does Patala need to do? They got this farm. They really just need this, is what I think we were saying. If they get these two, they're going to be in good shape. But I don't know. I wonder if
I
they
think
attack
Arco
Bogurus.
beats them to the. I'm pretty sure Arco beats them to that punch.
Yeah, now it's looking like they will. Because they got Arco expanded down here with a bunch of these guys.
Oh, the cap-only Bandars.
Yeah. Not even slaves. As one would expect by like some off-race.
No, they've got this like Varangian guard theme going on.
Yep. They're good buds.
What does that mean?
So the Varangian guard, so the Byzantine Empire, had a whole bunch of Norse berserkers as their imperial guard.
Oh.
So that's what the Cerulean warriors are like.
Okay,
to,
I gotcha.
Late Age Arco. Like, if you look at the site, read the description of them, it implies that they're really close. Like, for the warrior and the commander.
Okay. They were given a portion of the capital and a mighty tower to defend. Okay, cool. All right, so they've expanded this way. They basically have an option. They could go up here to this farm, or they could go push this way and try to take this whole border and get this farm. This one is probably more inflammatory, either to Agartha or to Patala, and this seems like it's a bit less inflammatory, moving left.
Also, the forest has more income than that farmland.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
That's a
That
good
farmland
forest.
is basically worthless at its job.
Okay, so you're saying the clear move is move left.
The clear
Well,
move
they
is-
probably can't see that the farmland is not worth that much.
I don't know. Remember that Arco has scrying?
Oh,
Yeah, but isn't that the minion scrying?
no,
Well,
just a
yeah, he can
scry.
scry.
No,
Okay,
no,
it's a
like-
new player game. The new player is not scrying the farmland
like,
to see if it's worth a lot.
All versions of Arco have native scrying tied into their dominion.
It's a new player game.
Yeah, but it's
I'm with
again,
Grip on that one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have scried the damn farmland. I would have been like, ooh, yellow, attack.
No, like, I'm pretty sure those are Arco's Candos.
There's no way his candles are open.
Snitty Inspector General. Who is Snitty Inspector General again? It's Patala.
Yeah. Not. I'm a genius.
All right, so
Oh,
Arco's
God.
building up another big pile of dudes down here. Lake
And
of...
Bogurus took that Zot province just to spite him.
Oh, yeah. It'd be funny if he had a scout there.
God, I wish I saw that.
Oh, triple expand from Bogurus, guys. Get out of the fucking way.
He's on the goddamn train.
Get out of the way.
Guard commander expansion coming at you fast.
Oh my god, it's
Yep.
3 more fucking mages. He's expanding with 9 mages total. Wait, no, I miscounted.
He has all the research he needs.
8 mages.
Oh no, there was.
Oh,
No,
what
there was
ran?
not.
Here he goes.
But the good thing is when one runs, then all of their bodyguards start charging. Oh, wait, did 2 run? 2 have run.
And the 3rd's running into melee.
Fight me.
Oh, wait, no, only 1 ran.
Yeah, there's 2 of them still in there.
Oh, but if they're on a... No, I don't know. Okay, 1 loss. And, you know, honestly, they control enough of the surrounding provinces. I say that. Calendologist here came over here to probably site search Astral. It's efficient having them run.
Are you
This is how you site search. You send all your mages out, you have 1 or 2 of them run, and then you site search. Boom. His
Yeah,
gem
that way
income's going to
they-
be through the roof.
Yeah, that way they both helped the battle and also was able to go to the
Yes,
province.
exactly.
Okay, Gripper, we should try this. Next time, you pick a human nation and make a whole bunch of human mages. and send them buff and then attack, and we'll see what happens.
No, you just buff, retreat.
I mean, Bogurus' position is not looking that bad. He's got favorable borders to the south. He's gonna have favorable borders to the north, and he's got decent quality provinces. He's
not gonna be overly small.
Right.
Yeah.
The worst part about his position is he's neighboring Jomon.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I feel we switch Satis and Bogurus is like lamb. I feel like Bogurus had a chance to win this game, but then he bordered the. Is that a 14 province Jomon? It's a stupidly big province Jomon.
I still don't think Jomon's that far ahead of everybody.
Yeah, but remember snowball mechanics.
yeah,
And
I
Bogurus
think the
doesn't-
thing is
snowball
he doesn't
mechanics
have a fort up. That's the other thing. He's literally still in
Yeah.
his cap. So
Yeah.
He's in the fort, but I don't think snowball mechanics exist, but that requires a new player to capitalize on the early games. It's up to Jomon to actually capitalize on what he's at right now.
Yeah. I know Lucid loves saying this in his video or when talking about other players, but it's Jomon's game to lose at this point. I think that's how you use it.
yeah. I mean, people could coalition him, and all of a sudden, it's not his game to lose anymore. Like he hasn't like broken away where he really honestly has to fuck it up. Like if his neighbors all turned on him, he would have a really hard time dealing with that. Like he might be able to survive, but it would probably, you'd need to use a ton of mages, spend a lot of money on PD dumps. He'd get farther behind.
How many thrones to win?
We didn't set it that high. 6.
6. Okay, and he borders. Is that 3 or is it only? No, is it 3 or is it 4?
You got one in each corner, right? So there's 4.
He borders 4, but the one that he borders
Lake
there
one
is,
doesn't count.
is underwater.
Are they any broken ones or are they just meh ones?
Oh, for Jomon?
No, in general, that's a meh one.
Oh, I mean, in general, there are. Meh. This one's nice if you don't have growth.
They don't have my Throne of Death.
Throne of Misfortune sucks. Inner Throne is nice if you're trying to break into blood. Outer Throne's pretty meh. This one's pretty meh. Throne of Fire is really good.
So fire.
Earth is really good.
Earth is really, really good. So
Water is
not
really good. Throne of Gaia, that's kind of whatever. Crystal
look,
Throne is either really good or meh. In late age, it's not very good because a lot of people already have this cross path. But if you don't, it's a big deal. An Iron Throne, just a worse Crystal Throne. So.
Yeah, I think we'll see by turn 20 that Jomon is. I'm going to stand by this point. In fact, I'll put money by this point that Jomon will be head and shoulders above everyone else.
Okay, we haven't looked at research graphs in a while. So, number 1 in research is our boy Bogurus.
How?
Deploying 3 mages here, 3 mages there, 3 mages there. Doesn't matter. Number 1 in research. Get the fuck off my lawn.
Because everybody else is great sages and expander.
That's right. Satis in a strong and solid number 2. Number 3 is probably Abysia, just because they've got a decent slope. They're catching up. Jomon is number 3. But that'll probably change as they have forts. A lot. They have more forts, and forts is of course the driver for research.
And Jomon's at 3, and somebody else just jumped to 3.
I think that was Lemuria.
Yeah. So.
Oh right, because they have 2 outside their capital, 1 and 2. We saw that.
Yeah, I think Jomon's building a 4th too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, besides the one underwater, I think he's building a 4th land.
Yeah, he's got this one and this one. Well, we can check. Not one here, which is one of the spots you might think. He's got one here already. Yeah, I don't think he's building any more land ones. Yeah. But so I think if you're Jomon, I think this is all the land forts you need, except maybe one here. So maybe you do one more land one here, and then you try to fort up underwater. It's going to be hard to, like, have enough money to spend. Like, that's a lot of forts.
Yeah, but I think he's the only one with decent scale. He's one of the few ones with decent scales.
I mean, he doesn't have growth. Like,
Oh, the Chad move. Screw the growth scale. I'm going to take magic.
In late age.
well, okay, who has growth and who doesn't? So, wait, we need to remember. Okay, we're coming. Did we finish this column? We got Bogurus. We've done this column. So we'll come back to this. But Bogurus, no growth. Arco has growth. Patala, no growth. Jomon, no growth. Agartha, no growth.
Agartha
Mictlan, no
right.
growth.
Oh, okay, Mictlan no growth makes sense.
Mictlan's death 3.
Yeah.
That
On
also
growth.
makes sense.
Lemuria, of course. So far it's just Ulm
Abysia
and...
took growth?
Did Abysia take it?
What?
No, I thought
Why?
Abysia was neutral. Oh, they took growth 1.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
Still not. They shouldn't, but
Yeah.
fine. Ugh.
And then Satis... Falegra took 1, and Calum took 2. Okay, but 2 is just hoping that you get a growth throne. Okay, so I don't know, it's about half and half.
Okay, but there are so many nations with just no. These guys are like bad death scales, and then with their misfortune 3, one bad event from losing half of their population.
Yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, the old misfortune 3, death 3 combo. It's a fun one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sucks. Your entire population died. Lose 20k.
Yeah. We haven't done Satis, right? So Satis, they're running. They got the Sages Guild here. They've got a fort up. That's significant.
Cheap crossbows.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's swordsman. That's a
Swordsman.
mercenary group.
Crossbows, you think were above their cap? I think.
No, that was the crossbows were on Mictlan, north of the cap.
Oh, okay. So okay, but Satis is probably going to move and take this. They need to take this, but they don't really have anything in position to.
They can send their Great Sage.
Yeah, where's the Great Sage?
Probably still in the cap.
Still in the cap,
Hopefully,
okay.
yeah.
Calum, let's take a look. So nothing happened in Mictlan. I mean, not Mictlan, Satis. Calum expands no losses. Expands very few losses. Loses just kind of a trivial amount of
For
garbage.
birds, that's no losses.
Yeah, especially versus heavy cav. So, yeah, Satis lost a lot of momentum in the very first turns of the game, but he's got it back now. And birds are like really like a snowball kind of thing for expansion. Like, you need to outnumber the enemy, otherwise birds suck. But if you do, you can be really, really strong and expand and kind of snowball really quickly. So... anyway, bunch of birds here, some mammoths. The question is, are they going to go and try to take... See, I think you went... Like, Lemuria should not get these two. I think you probably pick a fight with them. I think if you're Calum, you try to nap all your neighbors and fight Lemuria, like right now.
Yeah, take those death gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, has he been making the magic warrior units,
Yeah,
though?
he hasn't been doing the dual wielding guys who don't have magic weapons, so...
So he hasn't
This
been
is
making
Firehorn.
raptors. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got these Spirehorn dudes who will fuck up ghosts. Mighty fierce.
Death gems are huge for Calum because you spend the first half of the game twice warning your dudes,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on, if you find you have enough cap-only mages and you have a stash of death gems, you can actually break into every path in the game with your death summons.
Oh, cool.
Yep, you can either summon. It's a random grab bag, but it's either a blood 3, death 2. They all have death 3, I think. But it's either a blood 3, an astral 3, a fire 3, or a water 3.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Which is like, well, hello. Now you are successfully broken into that path.
Yeah, they're unique, right?
That's the
you keep
repeatable
summoning?
one.
Oh, really? That's cool. I didn't know that.
Like late age Calum is unique for being one of the few late age nations that can break into every path.
What are you talking? I mean, what do you mean? Like,
without much effort. All the other nations have to put in way more effort than spam national spell.
like Jomon
Pretty
or
much.
like, I mean, Bogurus, like they have basically all the paths. But anyway,
Jomon, not really, and Bogurus really doesn't have them in numbers that matter.
okay, we can agree to disagree on the on that. I mean, there's like maybe one or two paths missing from Jomon. Like they don't get blood easily, but you know, death they have to do a little bit of finaglery to get there. But okay. So anyway, Calum, they've got their caps. They basically got their 9 provinces around their cap, and they've got one down here. If they could get this one, that would be really great for them. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything more to say about that. Phlegra, what is the Drakon doing? That's what I wonder. He was down here last turn, right? Looking at Satis. He has run back to the cap. Interesting.
Oh no. He's gonna run that. He's gonna run it at birds.
Or he puts underwater gear on him, like a ring of water breathing, because Phlegra, I think, can make water, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then goes and takes these underwater provinces. That could be clutch.
That's a big lake right there.
Or I can try to grab those 2 provinces from Arco.
Grab 2 provinces. Oh, yeah. That'd be kind of good.
They're not that great, but it's
Yeah.
something.
Did Flagra build a lab and a temple before the fort? On the forest to the far west.
It's got a temple, and that, yeah, he built that.
Oh, and it's still 6 PD.
Yeah.
I hope it works out.
Yeah. No misfortune scales, at least. So he's not at least doing the most dangerous dance with fate, but I mean,
When
6
does
PD will lose to almost any attack, though.
Yeah. When does his cap explode? What turn does that happen?
It's late now. It's like turn 36 or something.
It's turn 36 now?
Yeah. They
Oh.
moved it farther back, so it might can happen a little bit sooner, but I think that's what you plan on. Okay, so that's Phlegra. Okay, well that's not Phlegra. Let's see. He's got a fort going up here. Where are his other forts? No fort started in his epic province yet. Nope. So he's only wait, does he only have 1 fort being started right here? Am I missing something, guys?
That's what it looked like to me. I didn't see anything else.
Bottom mercenary.
Ooh, that is a really slow
yeah.
fort timing. Like turn 11, you have 0 forts and only 1 started. Oof.
Yeah. In the late age.
Yeah, that's rough.
Early age, maybe you can get away with it. Things expensive. The late
Right.
age, you got gold.
Yeah. Maybe these Iron Guard are really expensive. Like maybe I mean, I like strategies where you're emptying the bank on troops, but no, I don't think see how you empty the bank on Iron Guard. I don't know. Okay, so we've seen this. We've seen Satis. Abysia. Did we watch this already? I feel like we watched that. We watched this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we did.
Which makes sense. We're at 40 minutes, so we should have finished.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Biggest thing to change this turn probably was, I mean, the most interesting thing was definitely this the Mictlan business. There's Mictlan. Down here. So Mictlan attacking Ulm. That was the most interesting thing.
Yeah. If I was Mictlan, I mean, maybe if you were playing Alm Lucid, I would throw myself at you in the hopes of killing you. But anyone else, I would think about that play for just about 10 seconds longer.
Yeah.
There's no Rock of Ages in Mictlan, unfortunately.
Yeah, I might have sent you a message too that said World Star before I sent in the attack, just to get in your brain.
Right. Get me second guessing myself. Okay, he sent the message. Does that mean he's fucking with me, or does that mean he's gonna do it? Okay, Ulm has been flat for a turn, and he's the lowest. There's a lot of people right here in this little bag of provinces, and it's not a. I mean, it's honestly not a huge difference. Like any one of these people, if they have a war that goes slightly better or slightly worse, they can like quickly jump up to being top of the pack. So it's even though like a lot of people have been struggling, and Jomon's like kind of way ahead, and Falegra's in a pretty clear position too. For everybody else, like it's a pretty big, like it's pretty even expansion, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's kind of my takeaway from this.
This is what you expect, though. These guys haven't spent literally tens of hours optimizing how to expand with the current build. They're kind of just throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. I'm still on that train. I'm 100% convinced Jomon's a smurf.
What the fuck is this?
It's a barb province. This is what happens when you run Misfortune 3. You get hit by 80 barbs and you just cry.
Was this 2 events in one?
Yes.
We're going to pull up the event log after this.
I believe it is 2 events in one.
Good luck getting this back. Oh my god.
As Agartha.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Oh my god, he just lost that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
A barbarian horde is
this-
unexpectedly attacked and pillaged. Hey, what? How much pop do you lose? Because you lose pop from this too. I kind of want to go back and just look. It's
You
turn
can,
11.
So it's 4,200 now. You can lose, I think, up to a couple thousand before.
Where's Agartha? Okay, so he lost 20-something%.
Oh, he lost 9,970 pop
Yeah.
that he's never going to get back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say not terrible, but then I realized again he doesn't have growth, so it's not like he's getting.
Yeah, it's gone for good. All right, guys. Well, thank you, casters, for joining me. And viewers, thank you for tuning in.
You're welcome.
All right, I'll see y'all next time.